Hello and welcome back to Tucker Thoughts. This video has been not long in the making because I kind of forgot about it for a while, and then I lined up another video. I was going to do Tucker Thoughts, babies and other stuff. Even had a baby lined up. Cute little baby named Mariella. It's my dad's accountant's from work's baby. One of the few people that she likes. I have a way with children, small dogs, and other people's parents. It's a weird set of skills, but it comes in handy. So, this baby likes me a lot of times, likes to watch movies, likes music. So I think to myself, alright, we're going to do a Tucker Thoughts, babies, and other stuff. I get the baby, we're going to babysit her for the day, and then I put a camera in front of her, immediately starts to cry. Some people just aren't very professional. I mean, look at me, wearing these fancy clothes. I got a tie on, a sports coat, and it's like, baby can't sit in front of a MacBook camera for 10 to 30 minutes. Some people. I should note that I'm wearing these fancy clothes because as I record this, it's a Sunday. So I went skiing the other day with my friends back at Bittersweet, and we go to college in Palos Heights, Illinois, Trinity. So drive back up. We're gonna go here, and not thinking to myself that like clothes are important. I think I put in a t-shirt, a pair of underwear, and some socks, thinking that's the essentials. What else do you need? Because I assumed I had clothing at home. Didn't think about the fact that all my clothing is at college. So my options were a tank top. This was for church. A golf shirt in the winter. That'd be awkward. Or sport white like dress shirt, but then it's like going this far. Might as well add the coat. So I did. But now I'm going to brunch for my grandma's birthday. I know, I'm so sweet. So I grabbed the navy tie just to complete the ensemble. Look at this strapping barrel-chested young lad. So all that to say, this is Tucker Thoughts, college and other stuff. Tucker Thoughts, it's my show, but we're not gonna call it a show, but it's still my show. And this is me, Tucker Daly. 1, 2, 3, here we go. Realistically, probably the worst theme song yet. So, they tell you that the hardest thing about college is gonna be classes. Or you hear that it's hard to make friends. Or you'll hear, I don't know what you'll hear. I didn't think it was that hard. But I'm going to tell you the hardest thing. Right here. Keeping good snacks around. So, here's the thing. You're around your room all the time. You can get calf food if you want, but it's calf food by definition. It's like airplane food. It's like it's there, so you have it, but you don't want it, but you need it. Because nutrients are important for survival. So, you go and get some calf food, and it's like, alright, but I would like something that tastes good now. So I go to my room, what do I got? So you're going to notice one thing. All of your good food is always gone. So if I go to the store, I'm going to buy something like some Cheez-Its, or some pretzel goldfish, or some candy. So when I get back to my dorm, immediately, that's the stuff I'm going to start eating. It's just, nom. So then that's gone soon. So then what are you left with? The other stuff. So this is where the strategy comes into play. You do not want to have a lot of good food in your room, or you have to go to the store a lot and you're going to gain the freshman 15. Actually, I lost a lot of weight when I went to college because I wasn't just sitting on my butt all day, and there's a gym like super close. So that's my plug to come to Trinity or any college or live an active lifestyle. So, shopping tips. Okay, so you want to buy about 1/5 of your food to be good, tasty, fun food that you would like to eat. Then you want about 3/5 of it to be okay food, and then you want just the rest of it, like, so of that last 1/5, that's 20%. You want 18% of that to be drinks, and then you want that last 2% to be your survival food. So we're gonna go back. So good food. Just the snacks that you like to have. This is the candy, or if it's salty snacks. So then the bulk of this should be okay food. These are snacks that I will almost always have in my room. At any given time, I have a animal cracker filled bear. He's like this big. I always put a hat on him. We call him Little Asthma, which would be my rapper name. because I'm big and it's ironic and I have asthma, so running's hard. So, little asthma, always full of animal crackers. Almost whenever I want, he has them, except my roommates and friends always eat them. It's fine. So then granola bars, that's your other big one. Granola bars are something that you'll never say, golly gee, mister, I'd really love some chocolate granola and other stuff. But at the same time, it's like, I wouldn't hate a granola bar. And walk into class, you go to the door, open your door, granola bar, close it. Maybe a fruit snack too. I like the Scooby-Doo brand personally. Good night. It's a good morning snack. And then some stuff. Drinks. Oh my gosh. I never have anything to drink in my room because I always get Gatorade, I get pop, and it's always gone. So you're going to want a good water bottle. I think I use a Yeti that we got for the graduation with the HC party thing. The all-nighter. That's words. So, you want a good water bottle because I'm always just walking out of my room, walking down past the hallway, then there's a lobby. Got a drinking fountain there. I'm always filling that. My buddy got a half-gallon Yeti, which is just too much water. It's larger than my head, and I'm a large man. I think that's too much personally, but it's very convenient. And then somehow it's always empty. Caleb, what are you doing, buddy? Drink less water. It's too healthy. So that's my snack right now. And then, the survival food. In case of apocalypse, you need a certain amount of food that will never spoil, but you also really don't feel like eating. For me, this is very different than most people. Mine is Pop-Tarts. I got this industrial box of Pop-Tarts like last semester, which has like 4 actual regular size box Pop-Tarts, and it's good through like 2020. So that's gonna be there for a while. It's 2019. I keep forgetting that. So Pop-Tarts are we were snowed in a while ago. Like, it was negative. It was colder than Antarctica. That's all I can tell you. And Mount Everest. So then if you're like hungry, I was eating my granola bars, but if things had gotten real bad, we'd been snowed in, I could have sold those Pop-Tarts for survival and made a fortune. And invested on the stock market and paid back my student loans, which I haven't taken out yet, but will soon. So that's something to look forward to. That's some pretty practical college advice, and I think let's get some other stuff, then we'll go back to some college. So we were going to my buddy Joel's house, off campus. So we were driving there, and then you get bored in the car. I mean, I can't drive because I can drive. I'm a good driver. Don't you doubt me on this. So I don't have my car at college because I have an old beat-up Chevy Silverado named Sylvia the Silverado. I know it's called Silverado, but I don't care. It's also, I refuse to call it Audi, and I refuse to say Porsche. Because we live in America, sirs and madams. And we do certain things here in a better way than everyone else and everywhere else in the world. We use the imperial system. Yeah, that's all I really have to say about that. So, driving to Joel's house. Then I look at the stoplight. Then inspiration hits me. They actually use those colors that they use on the stoplight on 95% of the stuff on the roads. So, red means stop. First of all, I don't think they should use red for that color. Red's an inflammatory color. It gets you all hyped up. They should make a soothing blue be stop. But it's fine. So, red means stop. So, they use this on other stuff. Do not enter signs on the highway. Like if you're going the wrong way, which is don't. Those are red. Stop signs. Red. Apparently, yield signs are white and red, although I could have sworn to you they're yellow. Now, the yellow light, everything like that is yellow also. Like children crossing, or apparently not yield, but I still think it is. Like railroad crossing. Deer crossing. Anything where there's a crossing, really, or like beware. That's yellow. And then green is everything else, like street signs, like 142nd, or other street signs, like on the highway, or mile markers. Anything where you just keep going, that's green. These people, they're thorough. Good job, government. Something people don't say anymore. So back to some college stuff. Alright, so here's the deal. There's always a power dynamic in a room. So at the Trinity Rooms, the way there is the full suite. That'd be our room number. That's 205. So then you walk in the door, open it, and then for us, you turn right. So then there's a little hallway. And off to the left, right away, that's my room. You keep going a little bit, and to the left, that's my suite mate's room. Then we got a bathroom. And then outside of all this, there's like the real hallway where other rooms are off of. So in our rooms, there are 4 people. So, if you don't make some allies in the room, you're quickly going to find yourself outnumbered on things. This happened to a friend of mine. So she has one suite mate and one roommate. So there's 3 of them. At the start, it was her and her roommate against the suite mate, but now the power dynamic has shifted. Now my friend's all alone and getting outvoted on stuff. It's very fun for her, you can tell. So you need to make at least 1 ally. If you can get 2, you're the king of the world. You can say, we're going to install a jacuzzi. And be like, how are you going to afford this jacuzzi? Well, we're going to buy a really big pot and pan and fill it with some hot water. And put it on a hot plate under it. And that's your jacuzzi. And you can do what you want until the RA stops you. My RA looks just like a Spoolhoff, and it throws me off. Because he's a cry-off. I don't know. Not important. So, need to make some alliances. That's the flashlight. I mean, there's no reason to be holding it, but apparently it's on my desk. I don't know where this came from. But just buttons. I pushed buttons ever since I was a small child. Unfortunately, the belly button is not pushable. I would demonstrate, but that'd be awkward, and I'm wearing a lot of layers of clothing right now. So now we're going to get to a topic that's very dear and near to my heart. I think I might screw that phrase up, but it's fine. Brunch. I hear lots of people say, we love brunch. You know what's wrong with brunch? Everything. Brunch is breakfast, pretending to be fancy. Okay, so let's talk about this. When you go to brunch, what do you see? You see some eggs, you see some toast, you see some bacon, you see some sausage, you see some biscuits, you see some gravy, you see some fruit, maybe you see a little bit of dessert. All of that stuff is breakfast food. When I go to brunch, you know what I never see? A turkey sandwich. Where is it? You know what I never see? Mac and cheese. You know what I never see? Steak. I never see my good lunch food. Personally, lunch is my favorite meal of the day. The morning, breakfast, I can take it or leave it. I'll usually take it, but sometimes I'll leave it. I won't feel it. Supper, it's fine. You always do it. But lunch hits me in the middle of the day, right when I'm getting going, and I'm just like hungry, starving. It's just the perfect time of day for food. Snack time at like 3 o'clock too. Excellent. 9 o'clock, you need something to keep you going. Like really every 3 hours is when you should have something. Or just all the time like I do, because I'm always just sneaking animal crackers out of little asthma. He's a Harvest Pantry animal cracker bear, just to reiterate. Ooh, lost my train of thought. Brunch. Terrible. So it's just breakfast food. So you would ask Tucker, what's the problem with this? Well, so I'm having breakfast, and now I'm having breakfast at lunchtime. Then you could also have breakfast for supper. I don't need breakfast food 3 times a day. You know when I need breakfast food? 1 to 1.5 times a day. You should not have breakfast more than 3 meals in 2 days. That's just my limit. I love bacon. I love sausage. Meat is good. And I think you can actually use a lot of those food in creative ways. Chicken and waffles. Now that's what should be a brunch food. Maybe it is, and I've missed the memo. But I'm going to Alpen Rose for lunch later. And then, you know what I'm going to see? Lots of breakfast foods. Have you ever noticed how when you go to a certain place, there's always certain people you always see randomly? I'm trying to think of an example. Every now and again, I'd see my old middle school gym teacher, Mr. Smits, at family fair. It's always awkward to me because he did not like me. I am the only person who has ever been benched during middle school baseball. He was pitching, so he was getting ready. Mr. Smith wasn't paying a ton of attention because I feel like he didn't really care about that game. He didn't love our class. It was a lot of rowdy boys who were having fun. So, getting the pitch ready, and goes, all right, what out is it? But before this, he had just gone off on a tangent about how he hated us being sarcastic to him. So, while playing at like it's probably third base, coach goes, what out is it, coach? Mr. Smith. And then I just, under my breath, mumble like, 7. It was just a stupid middle school thing. And then Smits immediately goes, you, there. And that is how I got benched during baseball in middle school gym class. It's not my best sports moment. I know my 2 best sports moments. There was a time in football in high school, I think it was JV, when a fumble got dropped. There was another kid right by me. It was Andrew Vinwaldi. Andrew and I made eye contact. Then we both dove for it. I was way farther away, but I lunged and spread out my enormous 6'6" frame and flew like Superman and caught it. And then I just had the fumble. And then at the bottom of the pile, there was a pile. It was like a cave. And then I just made eye contact with Andrew, and I go, Andrew? He's like, yeah, Tuck, I'm amazing. That's probably my best sports moment. My second best, we were playing elementary school wiffle ball. So Miss Rock was throwing the wiffle ball. This was a unique gym teacher. I'm not going to say any more about it. And then, so I'm sitting there with my plastic bat, about to hit this plastic holy ball. Holy as in full of holes, not as in like the Lord blessed it. Just waiting there. Waiting for Miss Rock to show me what, so I can show her what I got. Then I just wham! It's going out of the park. Unfortunately, in the way to out of the park was Miss Rock's head. Hit her in the head, got first base. Second best sports moment of my life. There have been a lot of not good sports moments. Like I was saying earlier, I went skiing the other day. I haven't skied in 2 years, and before that, I've gone maybe 4 times in my life. So this is my 5th time, but first time in a while. So, I'm not graceful in that kind of way. Someone else tells me, and these were their words, you gotta shoot, side to side, keep the skis parallel. So, one of my favorite foods is pizza. So I emulate that in my ski style. My pizza slice, I just down the hill. So, while pizza slicing, I decided to myself several things. Well, I was getting a little bit bored with just going downhill. So then we go to the terrain park. Me, a not excellent skier, going with several very good skiers who were my friends. And then we were looking at the hill. So, well, the hill. I say the hill. So what it is you can go down, and then to the left, there's like a little wedge kind of jump. That's why I named it the wedge. And then there's this weird skinny thing, which is specifically for snowboards, which rises up out of the snow and then just down. There's no side. You fall off and you could get hurt. I named this the Serpent's Head while I was on a ski lift. Worst ski lift in my life. We'll circle back. And then there is like something that they call a roller, where you just pick up speed, and then there's a jump. I called this, no, we're not saying that, what I called it. So first jump, the wedge. It comes down, this is the shape of it, so which is a weird jump apparently, but I thought to myself, I can do this. First time I go up, I go down, my skis are in perfect position, I immediately fall. That wasn't so bad. Second time, this was way later, I go up, I go down, skis in perfect position, I fall down. So then I'm thinking to myself, confidence is clearly the key to landing the wedge. So we go down this time. This time I'm picking up some speed. I have 2 modes, slow and unsafe. So we're going unsafe speeds, coming at the wedge, and then I get some good air, like actually off this little jump. So this is the end of it. I probably got here, where it leveled out, and then I bit it hard. If I had not been wearing a helmet, you'd be looking at a very concussed Tucker Lee. So that was what happened on the wedge. So the ski lift. The Devil's Own ski lift was at the terrain park that day. So it would come in, it would whack you at the knees and drop you down. We were usually doing like 3 guys up this in the terrain park because it was with my buddies. So we're going up. Then you get off of it, and then it's still going fast. And it checks you in the hip if you don't actually thrust your hips forward and risk falling. So I got hit in the hip like 5 times. I am very bruised today because of both that and the jumps. There were some other bad skiing experiences too. So we go up the Sweet Express, which is uncomfortable for me because I do not like heights, but I'm fine with it. So I'm just kind of hooking my elbows behind the thing, just to feel safer, and I'm just kind of looking like this, like, so guys, I'm pretty dope. So, go up to Sweet Express. So, if you don't know Bittersweet well, how it goes is the Sweet Express, and there's kind of steep, it's like, I can explain this. Picture this chapstick as the hills, but they're all slanted. So basically, Sweet Express brings to the top. It's kind of steep down everywhere. Then it kind of levels off more before it goes down in the individual runs. So we're going down this. I like this one run off to the far right. I don't know what it's called, but you can just speed run the heck out of it. No turning, no pizza slicing. I just am a speed demon. I feel like a wolf hunting a hare. Hare as in rabbit, not as in like on my head. So we're doing this, going down this. I fall not once, but twice while pizza slicing down this small thing. I veered sharply towards the fence. Was scared for my life, got back up, walked down a little bit of the ways, got back on my skis, fell down again pizza slicing, and then went on my merry way. This probably took me 3 minutes to get up from both of these falls. It was not my most athletic hour, not the baseball glory or the football glory with Miss Rock and the fumble, but it's alright, it happens. Long story short, buy some medium quality snacks for college, or you will always be hungry. Or, here's the other strategy. Get friends who have good snacks a lot, and then just take them. That is a very popular strategy. Microwave popcorn, medium amount. I don't love it, but every now and again you're just feeling something salty. And you'll never run out of microwave popcorn because it's not something that'll be 3 o'clock on a Tuesday. You're just thinking, I just got out of class. I'm going to treat myself. You know what I need? Some microwave popcorn. No, that's when you eat Ben & Jerry's, gosh dang it. Ben & Jerry's is at, okay, so the Bootsma Bookstore Cafe is commonly called the BBC, which means some things and some things, but we call it the BBC. So you go to the BBC, you get your meal swipe. A lot of times we'll do this after working out, so you work out at about 7, because that's when all the athletes are not there. Oh, we went right before the blizzard, and there was not a single running machine available because the entire track team was there. That was not my favorite, but it was my least favorite. So we go to the BBC after working out usually, so this is like 8-ish. So you get a meal, use a meal swipe, get a hot sandwich and some like mozzarella sticks or something. Every now and again, they restock the Ben & Jerry's. I've seen a person buy not 1, but 4 Ben & Jerry's at a time just because, in his words, they always run out of this crap, man. You gotta get it. That was impressive to me. I aspire to be that. Yeah, that feels about right. All right, so this has been a Tucker Thoughts production. Caw.